Hello, this is Dr. A.K. Unyal, and I am taking the topic, introductory topic of logging and ergonomics. Or first of all, we have to define the logging. What is exactly, or it is the term, or logging or wood harvesting includes all the operations uh, involved in harvesting of a forest crop from the stage of planning of harvest to uh, finally it's felling, then till the harvested or converted material or produce reaches to the market or the threshold points of the industry. uh, in the other terms, tree harvesting or logging is a technical term used in forestry to include all the operations from felling to transport, its storage and sales of the timber. Next, we have logging is defined as the operation that comprising of felling of trees, limbing, bucking, and transportation of the resultant product out of the forest. Here, limbing means removal of the branches of felled tree, or on the other hand, if we talk about pruning term, that is the removal of branch from the standing trees. And here bucking means cross cutting the felled uh, uh, clean clear bold tree. It means we are cross cutting into logs. Okay. Next we have another definition, that is logging is the process in which trees are cut down for management and or timber harvest to supply raw material for the wood product industry, including logs for sawmills and pulpwood for paper and pulp and paper industry. Here, the term management includes that the trees are thinned or removed for the sake of making or to facilitate the space for desired trees. In this practice or process, we have to remove the defected, damaged, old age, commercially aged, or poorly grown trees. That's why the trees retained therein will definitely grow better. Or this is a management practice. That's why for the sake of management. Okay. However, logging is controversial because of its potential impact on environment and aesthetic viewpoint. Uh, on the next, we have to describe what exactly logging or log making. It is the cutting of wood into sections, or it include trimming off the branches, as I have described as limbing from the felled wood, and sawing. Sawing means then cross cutting or cross cut sawing, so it means bucking. Logging is the cutting, skidding, on site processing, and loading of trees or log onto the trucks, etc. So this all include under logging. However, logging also include the construction of transportable roads also, whether it is land transport, whether it is water transport, whether it is aerial or skyline transport also. So these all included under logging, or even lastly storage and sales also. These always comes under logging. Further, in forestry, the term logging is sometimes used in a narrow sense concerning the logistics of moving wood from the stumps to somewhere outside the forest, usually a sawmill or a lumber yard. Lumber yard means it's again timber industry where the converted logs are sawn into different forms, and the resultant chips or sawdust or residues are known as lumber. However, in the common uses, the term may be used to indicate a range of forestry or silviculture Okay. However, in the common uses, the term may be used to indicate a range of forestry or silvicultural activities. Logging has principally to do with the production of sawn logs, which are the chief primary product of the forest. Logging also includes production of pulpwood and poles, piling, minor timber, veneer logs, and other forms. These all include under logging operations. Generally, logging is concerned with the production of timber of various lengths in round form. The two main stakeholders in the most logging operations are the landowner and the next one is logging contractors. So here we mean to say the landowner means forest department and logging contractor means logging division of the forest department. Suppose in Uttarakhand, for example, in Uttarakhand we have Uttarakhand Forest Development Corporation that is responsible for this logging programs or logging operations from planning of logging till final sale of the timber. So that is the job of Uttarakhand Forest Development Corporation. And on the first hand, the landowner means Forest Department of Uttarakhand. So here this is the hierarchy of working in this state. Okay. Then we comes to scope of logging. This includes log making that constitute the cutting of felling trees into sections of desired length or desired shape size. It includes trimming of the branches exogenous from the felled trees and sawing the clean bole and sometimes the larger branches into the length of required size. The length of the logs to be cut will depend on the market requirement and the facilities for transportation. Then, what is the purpose of log making? So it may depend on upon several criteria. Or first we have reduction of weight of trees. Generally, it is impossible to transport the entire tree because it is too heavy for that purpose. Because there are sometimes no facility of transportation from the conversion point itself. In such conditions, it is necessary to carry the load on soldiers by men only. The weight of a green timber represents about one third to one fourth of the weight of trees as felled. The bole must be cut into sections that can be transported economically. Okay. Then second purpose of log making is to eliminate the defects and unsellable portions of the tree. Uh, in the process of log making, we can overcome the problem of knots or damages of particular portion of that felled tree, and it will not be included in the finished products or finished produce like sleepers, planks, scantlings, or etc. The small knotty or otherwise defective portions cannot be profitably transported. Uh, Suppose to why we should transport them, because those do not have any monetary value. The crooks, decay, and sacky portions should be eliminated while marking the length of log to be cut. It will be removed at the time of sawing or bucking. Then we have third purpose of log making, that is adaptation to the method of transportation and manufacturer. The length to be cut are dependent on the method of transport system adopted also. Power and mechanized equipment permit the use of longer length. Next purpose of log making is the adaptation to market requirement. Logs are usually cut to suit either the special orders or general market conditions for the timber. Sometimes there may need of a plank, sometimes there may need of 5 feet length, sometimes there may need of 10 feet or 8 feet. These all are the market based requirements actually, or it is dependent on that. The log length therefore vary from area to area and depend on the species also. uh, then what are the factors those determine log length? Besides these all factors or purposes of log making, we have some factors also, and these definitely will be all to the discussed earlier one. But here these are discussed one by one. Or number one of them is log length. Uh, Logs are made at a length of 5 meter or its multiple. The small size logs are cut into multiple of 1.5 meter. Uh, okay. Uh, then wood length determine the log length also. Wood length means wood fiber, and it will definitely determine log length also. Sometime there may shorter or coarse wood, or which also determine the log length at the same time. Next we have timber for a specific use, should confirm the specifications that needed. For example, that is veneer. In case of logs to be dragged or transported by animals, shorter lengths are made, or those are quite easy to transport. Then there is advancement of technology also, and that could permit us to use the long length also. And such technologies, besides the trucks, improvement of roads, power haulage, these increase the length of logs. Next factor, that is presence of any defect or insect attack, also reduce the log length. That was included in earlier log making purposes. These all are the factors those also determine the log length. Hope you all understand the discussion herein. Thank you.